Hello everyone, welcome to the second video of our Season 2 of the XCOM Roleplay, where we select our first soldiers. So, 81 of you signed up that were not soldiers that survived Season 1 or, well yeah, just that. 81 of you. And that was an amazing number. That is a large number of people, and that is so cool that so many of you want to be a part of this. Sadly, of course, not everyone can be. And as you see, here's the list randomized. I put all 81 names into the list. I hit randomized list, and I'm just going to go down the list. So here's the deal. I'm just showing you this part so that you guys know beyond a shadow of a doubt this was randomly generated. Yeah. So here's how it's going to work. First and foremost, Alpha Dormanite actually has a character. She's the only one that was given a character because I personally asked her for help in writing the epilogues for this season. When we get to the end, all the soldiers that survive this will actually get their own personalized epilogue, so you know what happened to them, just like Season 1. However, Season 1, I wrote them all by myself, and you have no idea. It is incredibly hard to write 16 epilogues that all sound very different and are all coming from the same mind. It was just hard. So I enlisted some help, and since she's going to be doing that, she's also going to be drawing pictures for the Let's Play. I'm going to get into more detail on that later. But since she's going to be doing a lot of work, I figured the least I could do is give her a soldier to roleplay. Sadly, I'll probably end up killing it in the first mission or two. I'm sorry. But, so she's the only one that actually gets a soldier. Everyone else was 100% completely randomly selected. I put all of your names into a list. I randomized the list. And, yep. So, here's how it's going to work. I want to start with 16 soldiers. You only start with 12. I'm going to buy 4 more soldiers as soon as I can and try and get them to you guys in this video. So, so first let's go with the ones that we know we'll have. So Demon, I call you Demon. I know it's Dimension Satire. I just like saying Demon. Mega Shiny Object. Next is 4545. Famalis. Killed that. Twilight Nor. Jorlif. Dr. Keith. Kilalalala. Kilalalala. Kila 25, Ali Strike, Harume Hikari Seki. You guys, you 11 are for sure. I'm going to give you guys in this video your soldiers, your gender, what nationality you're from, and maybe your class, because 4 of you will actually have a class. I don't know which 4 of you yet, but I will get to that later in this video. This big intro is just kind of to show that I just randomized everything. And now, Typo, Navixia, Cooper Huntsman, and some random adventurer. You guys should also get your soldiers in this video, hopefully. And you guys will be able to start making your backstories. Everyone below that. 10 Metlaw, Ballroom Scott, Drago Dragon, Blind Firestar, Cargo Draven, and Eric Gust. 2. At least you guys, you will most likely be in this roleplay period. I'm going to lose. Let me explain something real fast. You first 12, I mean, woo, good for you guys. You are the most likely to die because XCOM is at its hardest. It is at its most brutal. I wouldn't say at its hardest. I would say that you lose the most people in your first few months. In my XCOM roleplays, 80% of all my fatalities have come in like month 1, 2, and 3. Because you really do die a lot. After that, you start getting more survivability. You get more abilities to just not die. So you guys, you get to roleplay first. Woo! And you are also the most likely to die. In my last roleplay, I lost 5 people, which I was very proud of. However, in this first run through of Enemy Within that I've been doing on stream, I've lost like 12 people. So, yeah. Good luck. So people down here like Cargo Draven and Eric Gust, you actually have a better chance of being in the roleplay and surviving the war. Not a great chance, but you still have a chance. What will happen is I will save this list. I've already got it saved somewhere. And when someone dies or when I get a new recruit or something, I will go down to the next person on the list and say, hey, do you want to be? Yes, no, maybe so. And if they say yes, great. If they say no, I go to the next person. There are at least 2 characters who are special characters. There's Zhang from Slingshot, and there's someone else. I've heard of them. I don't know about them because I haven't done their missions yet. But they are special characters, like, for example, Zhang. If I get him, I'll go to the next person on the list, and I'll say, look, here's your character. His name's Zhang. He's a heavy. He was from the Triad. You have to work with that. Do you want him, or do you just want to wait for a clean slate soldier? And then you can say yes or no. Okay? Also, while I'm here, before I forget, I am allowing for a few non-combat roles. Dr. Valen, Dr. Shin. There is, I'm going to let an Interceptor pilot and a Sky Ranger pilot. However, I'm probably going to give those to Shogun and discussions. There are 2 people who have been talking. There we go. Alkander Silver and Shogun. I'm probably going to give you guys, I'll let you choose who's who, because they've been talking a lot about wanting to be those pilots. So you 2, you can choose among yourselves who's the Sky Ranger pilot and who's the Interceptor pilot, but you guys can be them. I need a Dr. Shin. I need a Dr. Valen. Wow. I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. I need a Dr. Shin. I need a Dr. Valen. Bradford is already taken. Someone's going to be role-playing Bradford, I believe, because I've got plans with him. So yeah. So actually, honestly, Dr. Shin and Dr. Valen, I need someone to role-play them. Just PM me. If you're on this list, like pretty far down here, I would say if you're below 30, probably not a good chance of getting into this season. It just depends on how many people I kill. If you know, if you were in the first season, pretty much past like 23, you probably didn't make it in. But depending on how many people I kill, you know, any of these people, you know, anyone from, say, like, I would say from 16 to 20 or 21, you're definitely going to be in it. We get more soldiers, and that's just a thing. You're probably going to be in this. After that, your chances drop, but there's still a good chance. Between 20 and 30, there's still a decent chance you'll be a soldier at some point. If you're below 30, I'm sorry, guys. That's the way the cookie crumbles. There will be more seasons. I promise you. This is so much fun. There's so many people interested in this. After this, there will be a season 3, and you'll have a much better chance of getting in that one. Got it? Okay, so I'm going to stop this. The reason why I did this first is because I have an option to mess with genders. Like, you can kind of mess with your percentages of how many males versus females, etc., etc. However, looking at the first ones that were chosen, it turned out that about 50% of you wanted to be female and 50% of you wanted to be male. So really, this was kind of a pointless exercise, but whatever. I'm gonna go do the first mission. I'll do it off this video. It'll be in the Let's Play. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. I might just do that off camera. Only because I don't like the idea of showing you guys when you don't have your names and your backstories and stuff. So what I might do is just say, like, you know, the mission isn't part of the Let's Play. The Let's Play will start here when I got all the soldiers and all that. So anyway, I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be back in a second, and I will give you guys your gender and nationality and stuff so you can start making your backstory. Okay, so, here's time to name the soldiers. Now, here's the deal. Here are your soldiers. I've changed your first names just so I can keep track of who is who. These will not be your real names. The rules again are your first and last name must be a realistic first and last name. Your nickname can be whatever you want it to be. However, you won't get it until you're a sergeant, so you'll just have to deal with that. So your first and last name must be realistic. Another rule I want to point out: you have to be this nationality. You don't necessarily have to be that race. If you are from Egypt but you want to be Japanese or an American or a New Zealander, I don't care, that's fine. You just have to create a roleplay reason. I was born in America but my family were missionaries and they moved to Nigeria or whatever, and I grew up there. So here's what I would say: if you want to be British in Nigeria or whatever, and you make a roleplay reason for it, that's fine. You can be British and you can even have British mannerisms and whatnot, but you also have to have the mannerisms from your home country because that's where you grew up. Does that make sense? You have to, of your nationality, because you grew up there. So let's say you're Japanese in America. You can have some Japanese traits because your parents were Japanese, you were raised in a Japanese household, but you also have to have American traits because you grew up in America. So everyone follow me? Good, great, wonderful. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. So first off, we have Mega Shiny Object. You are a female heavy from Greece. You are Greek female heavy. You have an aim of 67, which is pretty good aim actually, and will of 33, which is not bad for a rookie. Could be worse. By the way, everyone starts off in pink. I will give you all your customization options. You will be able to have whatever color and deco and helmet and whatever you want. But until you level up to squatty, once you are no longer until you're no longer a rookie, you will be wearing hot pink or pastel pink because it's your rite of passage. I'm kind of taking this. Christopher Odd did it in his roleplay. I liked it, so it's your rite of passage. So hopefully you don't die in the pink. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, for people who are already squatties, you have to do it for one mission. For one mission, you have to wear the pink, all right? Everyone's rite of passage. So you are a heavy female from Greece, Mega Shiny Object. All right, Alpha Dormanite, you are British female support with average aim, decent will. So you won't panic too much, but your aim needs some work. You know, you're getting there. You're okay. All right, and your support, so good job for that. Famals, you are German. You are a German assault with pretty good aim, actually. 70's damn good aim for a rookie, and not so great will. So you can hit what you're aiming at, but a little lacking in the courage department. We'll work on that, or we'll get you killed, one of the two. So you are a German female. Dimension Satire, I like to call you Demon. You are a male Chinese rookie.
Commander
Aim of 70, again,
labs.
really good aim.
Commander to the research
Horrible
labs.
will. So let's hope you don't panic, huh? But at least you'll be able to hit what you're aiming at. You are Chinese male. Alright. Nexus 4545. You are Indian. Actually, that's the Indian flag. You are Indian with wow, nice stats. 70 aim, 57 will. That's good. Good times. You're a rookie, so we don't know what you are yet. So killed that. You are an American male with average, really below average stats. Decent. We'll work on you. We'll work on your American. All right. So killed that. You are American male. Twilight Noir. You are Egyptian, actually, is what that is. You are from Egypt. You have really good aim and really good will. Those are nice stats right there, Twilight. Nicely done, rookie from Egypt. All right, Kilala, you are Hispanic. You are from Mexico. You are a rookie and you have good aim and okay will. So nice stats there. Nice stats. You guys have to understand, 70 aim is good. It's good for beginning. It means you guys, once you level up, you're gonna have awesome aim. All right. So good job, Kila la la la. All right, Harume. Harume, you are from China. Chinese female. Aims okay. Will is pretty strong though, so that's good. I mean, this is decent. These are decent stats right here. These are decent. We'll work on that. So you are a Chinese rookie. All right. Cooper Huntsman, you are Nigerian with decent stats, really good aim, decent will, nicely done. So there we go. So yes, good on you, Nigerian Cooper Huntsman. Good job. All right. Jorlif, you are French. You are a Frenchman with great will and good aim. Nice stats right there. Very, very nice. So good job for you. And finally, Type O. Type O, you are American with badass stats. Look at that. 80 aim, 57 will, and +1 hit point. That's awesome. That's a good character right there. So Type O from America. Nicely done. So that's you guys. Start making your backstories. So you can start role-playing as soon as this video goes up. Seriously, you can start role-playing. You've been called to the base. You don't really know what's going on yet. Commander hasn't made his speech. All you know is there's some alien menace. You're supposed to fight it. Again, the rules are simple. Any backstory you want with certain limitations. Your age has to be between 17 and 35 because combat units generally don't have too many people over 35, and they definitely don't train new people that are over that age, and you guys are all pretty new.
Research labs.
You have to be at least 17 because that's generally the age requirement for the military, at least in America. That's all I know, so I'm gonna stick with 17. And it is actually really difficult to fake your age nowadays because people have things called background checks. So just 17 to 35, keep your age somewhere in there. You have all the training in the world, but you have no combat experience. If you're from like America, you are a Ranger, a Green Beret, a Navy SEAL, a Delta Force. You are one of these things. You are Special Forces. All of you are Special Forces trained, but you have no actual combat experience. You have never been in a firefight. Got it? And that includes your civilian life to the more or less. Like if you were a cop, you weren't a cop that was constantly in firefights. If you were a martial artist, you weren't Bruce Lee, who was Enter the Dragon killing people left and right. The idea that I'm going for, there's a reason for this, and I'll go twofold into the reason. Threefold into the reason, honestly. There's a reason. I want everyone to not have too many life or death situations or combat experience. The first and foremost reason is for story elements. I have a reason for this. You were all chosen because you were highly skilled but had no combat experience, and you will understand in the first episode why that is. Secondly, a lot of times role plays can turn into kind of dick measuring contests. The only way I can think of to describe it. Basically, not in season 1 XCOM, we didn't get a lot of this, which I was pleased with. But if you look at a lot of roleplay stuff, roleplay forums and whatnot, people come up with fantastic backstories where they were Rambo and had medals of honor and saved their whole platoon and killed 18 gerbils single-handedly, you know, and then they go to this game and they panic on the first mission. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people making these kind of backstories. I want you all kind of on the same foot. You have all this training, but you've never been in these life or death situations, so none of you know how you're going to react. I like that concept. I don't want people that are like, I was a badass scout in my other unit, and I did this. No, let's not do that. Let's take all that out of the equation, all right? And the third reason is, I think a lot of times when people roleplay characters, they concentrate too much on past deeds and not enough on personality and character. Your past deeds in a roleplay should only be a tool that forged your personality. That's it. It should not be what you're measured by.
Commander
so,
to the research labs. Commander to
you're
the
allowed
research
to give a backstory as long as you keep that spirit. You know, if you were a cop and one person shot at you once, or you know, it's okay, but the point is, I want you to keep this spirit. Or you know, another example would be you were in a life or death situation, but you choked, and so you're not sure. I mean, that's fine too, as long as you guys understand the spirit of what I'm trying to go for here is that I don't want a bunch of people who were badasses and you know. I want everyone off on the foot. I want everyone unsure of how they're going to react in an actual firefight. I mean, some people will be the braggart confident. Some people will be, you know, not sure. But I want everyone, so that's what I'm going for. And just as long as you hit that spirit, you keep that spirit, you're fine. All right. I think those were really the only rules. Other than that, you can have any kind of backstory, personality you want. Oh, no, there were a couple of things. Like I said, you're all special forces, so I would suggest you look up what your special forces for your country is. If you're Britain, it's SAS and a couple other things, you know. So look it up, do some research, get into your character, find out what your special forces units were. But you are all special forces, which means a few things that might help you with your character. You've been in the military for at least a few years. Special forces take time to train. I gave an example of the forums, and this is just from what I know from my experience in the military. Let's say you wanted to become a Green Beret. Well, first you got to go through basic, which is 9 weeks of basic training plus your AIT. For infantry, it was me. It was basically 15 weeks of hard training. Then after that, you go to jump school or aerosol school, or ideally both, which are both 3 to 4 weeks, which is parachuting and sliding down ropes. And they're courses that take about a month each. Then after that, you get assigned to your unit, and you go, if you want, and this isn't the only way to become a Green Beret, but this is a very common way. Then you go to what we call RIP, which is Ranger Indoctrination procedure. Oh, what is it? A program, Ranger Indoctrination Program, which is like a pre-Ranger school program that weeds out all the weak people. It sucks. It's 4 weeks of hell right there. And then you go to Ranger School, which is 2 months of even more hell. Ranger School is bad juju. So that's 2 months right there. So now you're talking 4 months for basic and AIT, a month for air assault, a month for airborne, a month for RIP, 2 months for Ranger School, and then you have to become a sergeant, which can take more time. And then if you're a sergeant, you've done all this and you're a good soldier, you might be slated for Green Beret training, which is, I think, another few months of training. So the point I'm getting at is also in between all these training exercises, generally, unless you're fast-tracked, it's not boom, 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 boom training. It's basic training, AIT, then maybe air assault and airborne, and then you go to your unit. And then when a slot opens up in a few months, you go to RIP. And then if you've passed RIP, when another slot opens up in a few months, maybe you go to Ranger School. So there's a lot of time. So I'm saying about 2 years. You've been in the military at least 2 years, maybe 1 year if you were fast-tracked for some reason. So that might help with your role play. But keep in mind that this stuff takes time. Hell, my unit tried to get me into sniper school for 6 years, and I never got to go. I was very, very sad because I was a really good shot, and I really wanted to go to sniper school. But so yeah, it takes time. But now keep in mind, I was a National Guard unit, so we're like at the bottom of the list. Anyway, so yeah, so let's say 2 year average, a little less, a little more. I mean, you can be in there for 10 years for all I care, but just at least 2 years. The point is that you're used to military life. You're familiar with military life. You're not a newbie to all this. You're not some civilian they picked up off the street and threw a gun at and said, "Go get him, Tiger." So also your special forces. You do not become special forces if you have attitude problems to the extreme. In other words, you can be a bit of an ass, you can be a bit of a jerk, you can be shy, but you follow orders very, very well. You work well as a team. If you did not have these traits, you would never have made it as far as you did in your training. You would have been weeded out a long time ago. I guarantee you there are very, very few Navy SEALs and Rangers and Delta Force who do not know how to follow orders and work well with their team. It just does not happen. So keep that in mind when you're making your character. You can be a bit arrogant or a bit of a dick, but really when someone gives you an order, you follow it. That's what you're trained to do. Alright, now that all that's out of the way, let me go into your customization options, and this is where it's going to take a long time, because I want to give you guys all the customization options I can. Your language will be English, everyone will speak English, but you have different voice options, alright? So all you girls out there, I'm going to show you your voices and you choose one, alright? And this is how this is going to work. For everyone, it's going to be very boring. I'm going to go, this is option 1, this is option 2, this is option 3. You keep track and you tell me what options you want for your soldier, okay? So, this is voice, hang on, this is voice 1.
Copy.
Hang on.
Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander.
That's voice 1.
Yes, Commander.
Voice 2.
Solid copy.
Voice 3.
Yes, Commander.
Voice 4.
Solid copy.
Voice 5.
Got it covered.
That's voice 6.
Solid copy.
So, one more time, I'm going to go through them. Alright? Here's 1.
Aye, aye.
Commander to the research labs.
Here's
Commander to the research labs.
Here's 2.
Good to go.
Here's 3.
Affirmative.
Here's 4.
That's affirmative.
Here's 5.
Yes, Commander.
Here's 6.
Got it covered.
Alright? So, here's your races. Remember, I said you have to be the nationality, but you don't have to be that race. So, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe 1 is just Caucasian, Britain, American, whatnot. 2 is African American. 3 is Asian. 4 is Indian, Middle Eastern. Alright?
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the
I'm not
research
gonna give you
labs.
guys the options of your heads, because oh my gosh, there's different heads for each. Is there different heads for each? Let's see here. Hang on, let's see. That's 2. Yeah. There's different heads for each one, so I'm not going to let you guys choose your head. Let's keep this simple. You can choose your race, your hair color, and your hair type or whatnot. Let's not worry about faces, because dear lord. Alright? So, skin color, just also you can give me, I want to be Caucasian, but Caucasian with a tan, or Caucasian but very pale. You know what I mean? If I want to be African American and I want to be black as midnight, or mulatto, whatever. Just
Commander to the research
just
labs.
give me
Commander to the
basics,
research
all right?
labs.
We'll keep it with the basics, all right? All right, so here's, let me go to 1. Here's where the options really start to come in. I am going to, again, keep track of this on your own, okay? Pause this video and rewind if you need to. Alright, I'm going to go by hair and helmet options. You can wear a helmet if you want. You can wear any sort of headgear you want to your heart's desire, with one exception. No fedoras. Because 1, everyone would want a fedora, and 2, I can't. No, I can't have everyone in fedoras. That's just a little too ridiculous for me to be able to take it seriously. I can take people wearing baseball caps forwards and backwards seriously, because soldiers actually do that kind of thing. But no one goes into combat wearing a fedora, and I would have trouble role-playing this if you did. So, other than that, you have any option you want between what I'm about to show you. So here's 1, which is bald. 2 is, oops. 2 is, I think, just, what, no. How do I spin my soldier? I don't know how to spin my soldier. How do I not spin my soldier? Does anyone know? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so 2 is a ponytail. 3 is kind of like a short bob cut. 4 is, I think it's a longer ponytail. Yeah, it's a longer ponytail. 5 is that ponytail kind of doubled over. 6
Commander to the
is
research labs.
bangs.
Commander to the
Same thing with
research labs.
bangs. 7 is a bun. 8 is a different kind of, or no, what? Oh, I changed the color accidentally. Whoops. Okay, so 7's a bun. 8's a higher bun. 9's a bun with more, yeah, okay, with the frappy thing on the top. 10 is a ponytail. 11 is short with kind of Final Fantasy hair. 12 is mohawk, faux hawk, whatever that is. Actually, I think it's just really long bangs slicked back.
Commander to the research labs.
13
Commander
is
to the research
cornrows.
labs.
Very, very attractive. 14 is more kind of Final Fantasy hair. Alright. 15 is like a bob. 1920s style, maybe. 16 is
Commander to the
this,
research
whatever you want to
labs.
call that.
Commander to the research
17 is your
labs.
guile hair. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not allow this one either. I know this is classic XCOM hairstyle, but seriously, no. I mean, same thing with fedora. I can't take anyone seriously when they have this hair, and we're trying to roleplay here. So that one's actually off the table, folks, for males and females. All right, so here's helmet 1, which is actually number 18. Here's number 19, beret and shades. 20 is a just regular Kevlar helmet. 21 is baseball hat and headphones. Now, I also should point out, you can't choose a hairstyle and a helmet. You have to choose one or the other. All right, that's how it works. You'll always be in this, or you always won't. Okay. That's helmet. That's 21. That's 22 is just the beret. 23 is a ski cap,
Commander to the
radio,
research
and ski
labs.
goggles.
Commander to the research labs.
24 is just a baseball cap. And like I said, this, I mean, I can roll with this because soldiers actually do this kind of thing. You know, they just don't wear fedoras. Alright, this is just baseball cap backwards. I'm cool with that too. This is baseball cap backwards with headgear. This is just a beanie. This is a helmet. 28. This is helmet 29. This is number 30. Remember, tell me this number. This is what I want you to tell me. I want hair helmet 14 or 30 or whatnot, okay?
Commander to the research labs.
31.
Commander to the research labs.
32. 33. 34. 35. 36. Man, you know what? I'm thinking about taking this one off the table too, just because I think so many people will pick it.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Alright, no. Let's keep this. I just hope everyone doesn't pick it. Because that's, I mean, this... You know what? No, let's take that off the table. That's a bit too unrealistic, I think. Maybe we'll give it to someone special who's earned it. That's what we'll do. Alright, so 36 is off the table for now. 37, which is kind of similar. You can go with that one. I'm fine with that. 37. 38. 39. 40. Whoops. 40 and 41 is off the table. No fedora. So there you go. There's those. All right.
Commander to the research labs.
So there's those. You choose between them. Men, I'll go. I think it's the same. I'll go over just to make sure. So here are your hair colors as well. So let me go over hair colors. So here's one, which is kind of a goldish. 2 is light brown. 3 is darker medium brown. 4 is blonde. 5 is darker blonde. 6 is platinumish. 7 is more. 8 is almost white. 9 is, what is that, ginger? More ginger. 11 is lighter ginger. 12 is black. 13 is slightly less black. 14 is dark brown. 15 is red. Orange is 16. 17 is platinum blonde. I mean, that's like blonde, neon blonde, I guess you would say. 18 is green. Whatever. You can have green hair. I mean, sure. Blue hair. Purple hair is 20. 21 is purpler hair. 22 is pink hair. 23 is white hair. 24 is blonde hair again. There we go. So there's your hairs. Alright, so here's your decos. I'll show decos for different. You got 3 decos to start with in this armor. Heavies look a little different than everyone else. Well, everyone looks a little different, but deco 1 is just your normal Kevlar. And then this is deco 2. And then deco 3. Alright, so you get to choose those. Deco 1 for heavies, deco 2, deco 3. Alright. Now,
Commander to the research labs.
You
Commander
have
to
to...
the research labs.
I'll use this for now. You have to be pink for your first mission or until you level up. But once you level up, you can choose any of these colors, okay? Any of them. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Commander to the research labs.
11,
Commander to the research labs.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Commander
23,
to the research labs.
24,
Commander to the research labs.
25, 26, bored yet? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's it. Okay. The standard, there's really no difference between standard and 1. So anyway, those are the colors for you to choose from. Thankfully, I only have to do this once. Let me go make sure the men have all the same hairstyles and stuff. Oh, hang on, actually. Let me go make sure you're pink again. So see that? That's all your customization options. When you make your character, you in your first post will put all of those options that you want. Got it? And you can start off with all those options. The only thing that you have to be is pink at start. So let's make sure hair, helmet is the same for guys. So you got bald, you got, so I don't think it is the same. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. It's a mohawk. 9. High and tight. 10 is kind of a
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
11. 12. 13. 14 is your cornrows. 15 is your Justin Bieber haircut. 16 is your mohawk, more your faux hawk, I guess you would call it. 17 is off the table.
Commander to the research labs.
And here's your helmets.
Commander
Helmets are
to
all
the
the
research
same.
labs.
I know that for a fact. So all your helmets are the same. I'll just go through them real quick.
Commander to the research labs.
Not that one.
Commander
That one's
to
off the table
research
for
labs.
now. And that one's off the table. So, there you go. There's your hairstyles. Hair colors, I'm pretty sure are all the same, though. Yeah. So, those are all similar. Alright. Oh, you have facial hair, though. Okay, so that's something for men that's different. So, you have facial hair. Keep in mind, if you wear a helmet, this won't matter. But facial hair, 1, 2...
Commander to the research
sideburn
labs.
things there.
Commander to the research labs.
I guess, what, maybe sideburns there? Okay. Yeah, bigger sideburns is 4. Chops are 5. Stubble is 6. Full beard, or Lincoln beard really, is 7. Goatee is 8. Soul patch is 9. Oh, handlebars is 10. French mustache, I guess, is 11. Oh, no, there you go. There's the French mustache, 12. There's the Western mustache, 13. Full mountain man, 14. 15. 16. 17. 18 is this chops and the soul patch. 19 is that thing,
Commander
whatever you want to call
the
that.
Research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Just a regular mustache. God, there's so many options here. Oh, I see, I see. So, like, okay, so, like, this one's stitched with the chops. So, remember, keep track of these numbers, people, because I won't. Alright. And there we go. Okay? There. Also, since this is just a rookie, let me give you your decos. So, here's Deco 1. Deco 2. Deco 3. Alright? You can choose those. Let me go also to support. Support is actually exactly the same as far as decos go as everyone else. 1, 2, 3. And let me go to your assault, because your assault is a little different. See right there? There's that Deco 1. You get that little shoulder thing.
Commander
2 and 3. Alright? Okay, so that's we're done. We're done. Okay. So go start. The roleplay will actually start in about a week, but you can start if you're one of those 12 soldiers. You can start role-playing now. If you're one of the soldiers that are coming, you can't yet. So Start role-playing now. I will have 2 threads. One for journals and action reports, after action reports, journals. You can start putting journal entries telling about yourself. You can also post bios for your character in the journal section.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
And then I'll have another one which is called interaction. Interactive roleplay is what I'll call it. And this is where you can interact with each other. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this, and I strongly recommend the second, but I'll tell you the first. The first is you go into the bar, the chow hall, the mess hall, whatever, you know, right here. This thing. Come here. You go into here,
research labs.
which is our mess hall. Alright? And then you basically, now you go to my forums and then you type something and then and you post something and then someone will post in response to you, like you say, you know, my character sits down at the bar, blah blah blah, or so and so sits down at the bar, and then someone else will post, comes up to you and says hi, and then you post, say hi back, and what are you eating, you know, and that's fine, but it's very disjointed. So here's what I suggest for all of you, all 12 of you, and whoever's Dr. Shin and Dr. Valen and the 2 pilots and Bradford. I suggest all of you get together, trade Skype information, get into my chat room on the forum, there's a chat room, and do it this way. Get together, say in a chat room or Skype, and hold an in-character conversation with each other, and record it, and then post the whole thing in the forums. You see what I mean? So instead of like trying to post singly in the forums, get on Skype together as characters, have a conversation. What are you eating? I'm eating this. What do you think about that? No, I don't know. Whatever you want, to your heart's content, role play it. Then take that entire conversation, copy paste it, hopefully remove all the Skype stuff, copy paste it, and then post it as one post so that people can read an actual conversation between the soldiers. The other way of doing this is how I used to do it in Season 1. You write a scene between 2 or more characters, right? You write a whole scene of something that takes place. Then you send that scene to all the people involved. Like, for example, I had a scene with Snowy in Season 1 where she wanted to resign from a squad leader, and I as a commander didn't want her to. So I wrote the whole scene out, sent it over to Snowy, and let her make changes to make sure it was faithful to her characters. Yes, my character would say this. No, it wouldn't. Yes, I think they would say this instead. I am approved. This is something my character would do. And then once everyone approves it, you post it as one post. This allows you to get far more in-depth role-playing experiences. I will put a link in the description to what I was talking about with Snowy. This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. You write something, you send it to whoever else is involved, they make whatever changes to their character they feel are necessary, and when all of you agree, one of you post it. Now, never ever post anything like that without the consent of the people involved. Got it? That will be bad for you. So, if you're having trouble getting a hold of people to do this kind of roleplay, then you can always do it by yourself with other people around the base. In other words, you can't do it with other soldiers, you can't do it with Dr. Shin, Dr. Valen, or the pilots, but hey, there's got to be doctors, right? There's got to be staff somewhere. There's people working up here. There's a bartender. You know, I'm gonna call him Bob. Actually, that's now his name, Bartender Bob. Will not be played by anyone in particular because I want you guys to have the freedom to play with him as you want. Bob is an olden, wizened soldier. He's a soldier that has been in a lot of fights. He's experienced, but he's in the gray. He can't really fight anymore, but he's got tales, and he's always there to lend a helping hand. He's always there to comfort soldiers. He's just a really nice guy. That's his personality, and I'll let you guys roleplay with that. If you can't get a hold of anyone, but you want to do some roleplay, roleplay with Bob, and then you can do whatever you want as long as you stay true to his character. You see what I mean? So you can do that kind of stuff. That's what I want to see for Season 2, okay? Okay. That's it. And we're done. Everyone. See you guys later. This is a really long video, so I'll see you guys when the roleplay starts. Yeah! I'm excited. I hope you're excited. So